Hello students, how are you all? Today we are going to start chapter 2 polynomials, and today we will complete exercise 2.2 and 2.3. Before this we have completed our first exercise. So starting from exercise 2.2. So in this exercise, see question number 1. In question number 1 we have find the value of the polynomials 5x minus 4x square plus 3 in which x equals to 0, x equals to minus 1 and x equals to 2. So here we have to put the values where values of x are given. So in first part, let us consider fx equals to 5x minus 4x square plus 3. So in first case we have to put value of x equals to 0. So when we put value of x equals to 0, so by putting it in this case 5 into 0, so 5 into 0 will be taken and minus 4 0 square will be taken and plus 3. So here answer will be 3. So in this case we can say the value of this polynomial will be 3 when x equals to 0. Now in second case we have to put value of x equals to minus 1. So when x equals to minus 1, fx equals to 5x minus 4x square plus 3. So f minus 1, that means we are putting here value of x as minus 1. So 5 into minus 1 minus 4 into minus 1 square, then equals to minus 5 minus 4 and plus 3. So it will be equals to, we can say here, minus 9 plus 3. So it is equals to minus 6. So minus 6 will be answer. So minus 6. Similarly, when x equals to 2, so by putting value of x equals to 2 in 5x minus 4x square plus 3, here f2 equals to 5 into 2 minus 4 into 2 square plus 3. So 10 minus 16 plus 3, it is equals to minus 3. Now in the same way, see question number 2. In question number 2, find p0, p1 and p2 for each of the following polynomial. Here value of py, so py equals to y square minus y plus 1. So first we will put p0, means value of y equals to 0. So when we put value of y equals to 0, it will be 0 square minus 0 plus 1. So value equals to 1. In second case we have to put value of p equals to 1. By putting value of y equals to 1, so p1 equals to 1 square minus 1 plus 1, that is equals to 1. In next case we have to put value of y as 2. So p2 equals to 2 square minus 2 plus 1, that is equals to 3. So in this case we can find polynomials of p0, p1 and p2. In this case we have to solve it. Now after this, see its second part. In second part we have pt equals to 2 plus t plus 2t square minus t square. So in this case pt is given. First we will put p0. So by putting value of t equals to 0, answer will be 2. Then in next case by putting value of t equals to 1, answer will be 4. Then by putting value of t equals to 2, answer will be 4. Now after this, see third part. In third part we have px equals to x cube. So in this we will put value of x 0, 1 and 2. So by putting value of x equals to 0, answer will be 0, and putting value of x equals to 1, answer will be 1, and by putting value of x equals to 2, answer will be 8. Now after this, see fourth part. In fourth part we have px equals to x minus 1 into x plus 1. So here px equals to x minus 1, x plus 1. Now first we will put value of p equals to 0. So by putting 0, answer will be minus 1. Then in second case, by putting value of x equals to 1, answer will be 0. Then in next case, by putting value of x equals to 2, answer will be 3. So in this way we can find these values. Now after this, see next question. So in next question, question number 3. Here we have to verify whether the following are zeros of polynomial indicating against them. So for proving the zeros of polynomial, we have given this equation, that is px equals to 3x plus 1, where x equals to minus 1 upon 3. So we will put value of x equals to minus 1 upon 3. So by putting this value, when answer equals to 0, then we can say that this is the 0 of that polynomial. Now by putting value of x equals to minus 1 upon 3, so here p minus 1 upon 3 equals to 3 into minus 1 upon 3 plus 1 and minus 1 plus 1, that is equals to 0. Now answer is 0, so we can say that minus 1 upon 3 is 0 of px. Now after this, see its second part. In second part we have given px equals to 5x minus pi, where value of x equals to 4 upon 5. Now by putting value of x equals to 4 upon 5, so here px equals to 5x minus pi. Now on place of x putting 4 upon 5, so 5 into 4 upon 5, then minus pi. So here 5 will cancel by 5, so it will be remain 5 into 4 upon 5 and minus pi. So here 5 will be cancelled, so it will remain 4 minus pi, and 4 minus pi is not equals to 0. 4 minus pi is not equals to 0. Therefore we can say that 4 upon 5 is not the 0 of px. So 4 upon 5 will not the 0 of px. Now in third case we have given px equals to x square minus 1, where x equals to 1 and minus 1. So we will put x equals to 1 and minus 1. Px equals to x square minus 1, by putting value of x equals to 1, it will be 1 square minus 1, that is equals to 0. Now by putting value of x equals to minus 1, it will also equals to 0. Therefore we can say that 1 and minus 1 are zeros of polynomial px. Now in the same way, see its fourth part. In fourth part also value of px is given, that is x plus 1 x minus 2, and value of x equals to minus 1 and 2. By putting value of x as minus 1, answer will be 0, and by putting value of x as 2, answer will also equals to 0. So here we can say that minus 1 and 2 are zeros of polynomial px. Now after this, its fifth part. In fifth part we have given px equals to x square and x equals to 0. So by putting value of x equals to 0, px equals to x square, so 0 square will be 0, answer will be 0, hence 0 is the polynomial of px. Now in sixth part we have given px equals to lx plus m, where value of x equals to minus m upon l. Now putting value of x, so by putting value of x equals to minus m upon l, it will be px equals to l x plus m. So here p into minus m upon l, it will be l into minus m upon l plus m. So here l will be cancelled and it will be minus m plus m. So minus m plus m will be cancelled, that is equals to 0. So its answer is 0. So we can say minus m upon l is 0 of polynomial px. Now see seventh part. In seventh part we have px equals to 3x square minus 1 and x equals to minus 1 upon under root 3 and 2 upon under root 3. So first, by putting value of x equals to minus 1 upon under root 3, it will be equal to 0, and then by putting value of px equals to 2 upon under root 3, it will not equals to 0. Therefore we can say that minus 1 upon under root 3 is 0 of polynomial px, but 2 upon under root 3 is not 0 of px. So in this way we can do this question. Now after this, see its eighth part. In eighth part we have given px equals to 2x plus 1, where x equals to 1 upon 2. So in this solution we have given x equals to 1 upon 2 and px equals to 2x plus 1. So p 1 upon 2 equals to 2 into 1 upon 2, 2 will be cancelled. So here it will be 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2, where 2 is not equals to 0. Therefore we can say that 1 upon 2 is not 0 of polynomial px. So in this way we can say that this is value of px 0 or not. Now after this, see question number 4. In question number 4, find zeros of polynomials in each of the following cases. So in first part, px equals to x plus 5. So first we can put this x plus 5 equals to 0. So value of x equals to minus 5. So value of x equals to minus 5. So we can say that minus 5 is 0 of polynomial px. Similarly, in second case also we have given x minus 5, so x minus 5 equals to 0, so here x equals to 5. So we can say that 5 is 0 of polynomial px. Now in third case, px equals to 2x plus 5. So in this solution we can solve it where 2x plus 5 equals to 0. So 2x equals to minus 5, and value of x we can find minus 5 upon 2. So minus 5 upon 2 is 0 of polynomial px. Now in the same way, its fourth part, px equals to 3x minus 2. So here also we can put 3x minus 2 equals to 0. So by solving, value of x will be equals to 2 upon 3. That means we can say that 2 upon 3 is 0 of this polynomial. Now in fifth part, px equals to 3x. Now in this solution we can put value of 3x equals to 0. So x will be equals to 0 upon 3 means 0. So 0 is the polynomial of px. Now after this sixth part we have given ax, that means px equals to ax. So ax will be equals to 0. So value of x equals to 0 upon a means 0. So here also 0 is the polynomial of px. Now in seventh case we have given cx plus d, where c is not equals to 0, c, d are real number. So here px equals to cx plus d. Now putting value of cx equals to 0, so it will be equals to, here cx will be equals to minus d, and value of x will be minus d upon c. So we can say minus d upon c is 0 of polynomial px. So in this way we can complete this exercise. Now after this we are going to start next exercise, that is exercise 2.3. In exercise 2.3 we have given in question number 1, find the remainder when x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is divided by x plus 1. So in this case, first we can take value of x. We have given x plus 1 equals to 0, so x equals to minus 1. So we will put this value of minus 1 in this given equation. So by putting value of x as minus 1 in this equation, answer will be 0. So we can say that its remainder is 0. Now after this, see its second part. In second part we have given x equals to x minus 1. We can say that x minus 1 upon 2. So by putting it equals to 0, value of x equals to 1 by 2. So by putting value of x 1 by 2 in the given equation, answer will be 27 upon 8. So 27 upon 8 will be remainder of this equation. Now after this, third part. In third part we have given x. X means we will put value of x equals to 0, and by putting value of x, that is 0, in the given equation, answer will be 1. So remainder will be 1. Now in fourth case, fourth part, we have given x plus pi. So in x plus pi we will put x plus pi equals to 0. So x equals to minus pi, means we will put value of equation as minus pi. So by putting minus pi in the given equation, answer will be minus pi cube plus 3 pi square minus 3 pi plus 1. Now after this, see its fifth part. In fifth part we have given 5 plus 2x. So 5 plus 2x, we will put it equals to 0. So from here 2x equals to minus 5. So x equals to minus 5 upon 2. Now by putting value of x equals to minus 5 upon 2 in the given equation, answer will be equals to minus 27 upon 8. So minus 27 upon 8 will be remainder. Now in question number 2, here we have given find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. So when it is divided by x minus a, that means we can put x minus a equals to 0. So from here value of x equals to a. Now putting value of x equals to a in this given equation, so it will be equals to 5a. That means we can say remainder is 5a. So in the same way, see question number 3. In question number 3 we have check whether 7 plus 3x is the factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So first we will put this 7 plus 3x equals to 0, and if 3x equals to minus 7, where value of x equals to minus 7 upon 3. So if by putting value of x as minus 7 upon 3, when the value, by putting this value in this equation, if answer is 0 then we can say it is factor, and if answer is not equals to 0 then we can say it is not the factor. So by putting this value in the given equation, answer is equals to minus 490 upon 9, that is not equals to 0. That means if answer is not equals to 0, so we can say that 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So in this way we can do this question. Now you have to complete these two exercises in your maths notebook. So on next day or next session we will start next exercise, that is 2.4. So all of you, thank you for watching this video, and all of you have a nice